What up? And welcome back to another episode of Is This Player Good or Is He Bad? I don't know. Let's talk about it. And today we're talking about the two-time Platinum Glove winner, the team captain, the turkey trotter himself, Matt Chapman. And this should be a very interesting one. And yes, this is a snow leopard. So without further ado, let's talk about the good. There's a lot to like about Matt Chapman, even though sometimes it feels like he shouldn't be a good baseball player, at least on the offensive side of things. But weirdly enough, he's always putting up 20 plus bombs, an OPS plus of 120 at least. The doubles seem to be 30 minimum. A 4 plus WAR seems to be the standard these days. He's a good player. And when you take a look at his StatCast, he's lighting that thing up like a Christmas tree, especially 2 seasons ago in 2024 when the whole thing was red. He was one of the better players in the league. It was awesome. He has a great exit velo. He has great bat speed, walk percentage. He doesn't chase outside of the zone. Provides really good value with his bat. It could have been a lot better of a season last year. He did suffer that hand injury, which I think kind of lingered on through the season, and it came at a terrible time. He was red hot in the middle of June or the beginning of June, and it really just put a fork in the season, which really sucked. But I'm hoping he feels good now. But obviously, the real magic of Matt Chapman is on the defensive side of things. His glove is borderline unbeatable. He's won the Platinum Glove twice, as we talked about. He's won the Gold Glove 5 times. The literal Wilson overall Defensive Player of the Year, according to Baseball Reference, whatever the hell that means. His defense is literally what keeps him in the lineup, and it's why we need him so bad. He's literally won Giants games with his glove. Talking about that Mets game from last season where we won the game on his fantastic barehander that he threw over to first in the third. Lamont Wade scooped it up. I think it was Lamont Wade. That was awesome. His glove, undeniably elite. But with that said, there are certainly times when Matt Chapman can be not so great. So let's talk about the bad. Matt Chapman, point blank, will never be a guy that hits for average. He'll strike out a lot, specifically by swinging and missing. He doesn't strike out looking very much, which, is a positive, but we're on the bad, so let's stay on the bad. But it's super frustrating having his bat in the middle of the order because he gets a lot of opportunities with guys on base, usually 2 outs, sometimes 1 out, whatever it may be, when the Giants need someone to come up clutch. And Matt Chapman is oftentimes in that position, and it just feels like we've seen him fail in that aspect of the game just time after time. And that's frustrating, right? He's also so close to being a threat on the base paths, but somehow he's not. Even though he has a great sprint speed, he's in the upper 70, 80% if you look at this year and last year, or last year and the year before that. But for some reason, he's just not great at stealing bases. He put up 15 in 2024, which is a career high, but I feel like he's a guy that if he really focused on it, he could probably be a real 2020 player. But I don't think he ever will be because he just doesn't focus on it. And I think it really comes down to his form. You might have been wondering why I called him a turkey trotter in the beginning. It's because he runs like a friggin' turkey. Have you ever noticed that? I picked up on it. I don't know, but it always cracks me up. But anyway, enough about turkeys. I think we should dive into Chapman's expectations and projections. Honestly, I expect another pretty damn good season for Matt Chapman, led by his glove. Of course, it's elite. We talked about it. But I think it really depends on how his hand and wrist strength are feeling after that injury he experienced last year. And assuming that he feels great, big assumption, I know, but I think he's feeling good, right? If he is, I think we're looking at something like a 240 average, 340 OBP, 445 slugging to round out a 785 OPS to go along with 95 runs, 25 dongs, 85 ribbies, and a 4.5 WAR. That was a lot of fives, I'm just realizing now, but I don't know. That's looking pretty good to me. And I think with all that, we're going to give him a B+, just like we gave Willy Adames last week. If you haven't seen that video yet, you can click on it in one of these corners. I forget which one. I think that one. Don't take my word for it. Use your eyeballs. But yeah, a B+, a 4.5 WAR, a strong season for Matt Chapman, I think is loading. I just hope he can take advantage of the opportunities he has when runners are on base. That's all. But anyway, My alarm's going off. I don't know what the heck's happening. But I'd love to hear your opinion on this. Let me know. Again, like I always say, you don't have to agree with me. I'm just here yapping, talking baseball from my thoughts. Got a couple of notes, but this is unscripted, as you can tell. So anyway, I'm just rambling. If you made it this far in the video, please consider liking and subscribing. It goes a long way for the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. But in the meantime, I will see you next week as we break down the Korean sensation, Jung-Hoo Lee, who I have a whole lot of thoughts on. It's about time he gets things together, but we will dive into all that next week. For now, thank you for coming by. Go Giants, and goodbye.